guys, so today I'm going to be trying out a bunch of horses because I'm kind of in a sticky situation for show season right now, and I'll discuss that a bit more later. Basically, I don't really have anyone else but Cole to show, and I don't want to be overdoing it too much with him this season. So yeah, that's basically going to be it, so I'll see you guys there. First stop was a bit of a drive, but I was going to be trying this lovely gelding Arabian, and he's not just any Arabian, he's a Pintavian. So this is Be My Star, aka Blue. He's 7 years old, he's 15.2, he's a gelding, and like I said, Pintavian. He's sold for $4,500, and he has his papers, and he has some really nice parents, and I'm obsessed with Arabian, so I was really excited to try him out. I was actually able to get him from the pasture, which is something I'm not able to do with a lot of horses, so that was a really nice thing, and it was really easy, and he just stood there patiently, and oh my goodness, he is adorable. I gave him a little smooch on the nose because, oh my goodness, he has such a cute nose. I love Arabians so much, and I've always wanted to get one of my own. He was super nice to tack up. I did notice he was a bit fidgety when I put on the saddle. He wasn't too girthy, he was just kind of staying still, and he was pretty good with the bridle. And then I popped on my helmet, and now it was time to head into the arena. He's still kind of on the younger side, but he's not too young, and I was informed that he only recently started going back into riding because apparently he was just never actually ridden. Not too sure about the backstory about that, but so he's still relevantly new, not as like a normal 7-year-old that you would ride, but he had a really nice forward walk, and I was really enjoying myself, and he was a bit on the smaller side. I don't know, I just always looking back on these clips, I was a bit big looking on him, but trust me, I wasn't. He was pretty nice in the trot, a bit bouncy, but nothing too bad. Honestly, I've ridden way worse. So, until we got to this corner, he decided to have a bit of a spook, which was a lot bigger than I was expecting. However, I was already warned about his rearing problem, but I didn't really expect that kind of a rear. But he had a really, really nice canter transition, and I was in love with this canter. I do look a bit wonky in his canter, but honestly, don't look at me, look at him. He's really beautiful in the canter, and he has a really nice transition. I let him kind of stretch out a bit, and I was having a good amount of fun, and we had a cool down. Sadly, no jumps today, which it's not always about the jumps, but you know, it's nice to try different things. So I dismounted and I headed to the next horse. Next stop is at Dundle Stables. This is Freedom Rising, aka Tulip. She's 10 years old, 15.3, she's mare, and she's a paint horse. She's being sold for 5,000 Yorvik shillings. And here are her papers, and her parents are absolutely gorgeous, so I had high hopes because I actually knew her dam, so that was really cool that I could ride her. I decided to match, and when I saw her tack, I looked at my boots, so of course I had to switch to my hazelnut boots because I love matchy, so I could not resist. She was actually amazing with tacking up. She was not fidgety at all, and she was just super chill, which was a really good sign, and I love that in horses. She was pretty good while mounting, and she was really nice to walk forward, and once again a very nice forward walk, but nothing too speedy. That was still in control. She had a really nice trot, and it was a bit bouncy, but nothing too bad. I could still sit it properly, and I decided to go in between these combs just to see if she was a bit looky at all, and she didn't look at them once, which was really nice, and I decided to do a nice sitting trot, and it was actually a lot better than I was expecting. So I decided to weave the cones, and she did really good on that. Like, she didn't seem to mind at all. and that's a really good thing. I know she really wanted to pull out of my hands, which is not something that I usually like, and oh my goodness, her canter was amazing. Literally felt like I was sitting on a cloud, so definitely loved that. But she was a bit lucky when we went over them, but literally nothing after that seemed to bother her at all, so that was really nice. I tried cantering through them, but she kind of wanted to like rush towards them, and it really couldn't hold her back properly, so that was a bit of a challenge. Sadly, there were only 2 jumps in the arena, so I just decided to pop her over this one a couple times, and the first couple of times were a bit weird. This time was really great. Here's where it kind of went downhill. I was struggling to keep her back. She was really rushing things, and then it really got bad and she refused and I went over her head. Sadly, I had to stop riding her for that day and I had to take a hospital trip, so I had to ride the next horse. This is Go For More, aka Disco. He's a 9-year-old 16-2 Belgian Wobbler gelding selling for 6,000 Nordic shillings. Here is his papers. His parents were really nice, and I actually know this horse because it's actually my friend's horse, and I've ridden him plenty of times before, but when I found out he was for sale, I just couldn't resist. Here are some photos of his owner and him, and whoa, he is a stunner. He was a bit out of my price range, but honestly I was expecting that because of how talented he is, and I was really excited to try him because today I was going to be jumping him quite high. He's always been a bit fidgety when tacking up, but nothing too serious, so now I got to walk him down to the arena, and oh my goodness, I've ridden this horse just under like 10 times, and he's always been a blast, and we're finally getting to jump him bigger, and I can't wait because this guy has won so many ribbons for his owner, it's insane. So I kind of skipped the warm-up, so trust me, I didn't start off with these jumps, but it was kind of just like a waste, if you know, because my camera was going to die anyway, so I decided to wait for the bigger jumps. He's a really, really nice mover, and I couldn't wait to jump him. This horse is strong, like he's always been strong whenever I ride him. I could not stop this horse, but he's definitely a powerhouse. But I was having so much fun, and he is very brave. He took me to every single jump, and he's just like, hold my hand, I'll take you over this. And it was honestly, whoa, I haven't jumped this big in a while, and it was really nice to have a horse that I knew I didn't have to work on. And if I were to get him, it wouldn't really be much like a problem to show him, but I don't know, because I do have a really big set for my budget, and he's not too far out of my budget, but I don't know, he's just not exactly what I was looking for, but I still really want him. So now it's time for the next horse. This is Walk on the Wild Side, aka Pocas. She's a 8-year-old mare. She's 17-2, and she's a Dutch warmblood, and once again, these horses have such nice parents. She was really nice. She was very, very tall, and I'm not too sure about tall horses because I've not really had a good experience with tall horses, but I've seen her at shows before, and she looks like such a wonder. Sadly, around 2 years ago, she had a bad fall with her owner and ended up at a new place, so not too sure what they've been doing with her here, but when I saw her ad, I just had to try her out. I had a really nice warm-up. Once again, didn't film as much as I would have liked to in the warm-up, but it was just your occasional box trot, canter, and all that stuff, and she is a horse that I've seen so many times at shows, sometimes hunter jumper, mostly like jumping and eventing, and she was a bit nervous, I can tell that, but like I was able to get her to bend a little bit and it kind of calmed her down a bit, But yeah, I've seen her so many times at shows, and she's such a good horse. I've literally dreamt of riding her, but it's been so long that I've seen her in the show ring. I popped her over a cross rail, and I felt really confident. However, we did kind of struggle with this. She did not like the filler in this jump. She felt like she just wanted to stop like midway in the air and just eat it. But overall, she had a really nice jump. I'm surprised she's been able to keep in shape after the accident. But yeah, I popped over this big one, and she was amazing. Except for this time, actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, I just didn't set her up right. She was nervous once again, but then we had a really nice, good one. And I got her over this line. She liked pulling me to the jump, which is not something I'm always crazy about, but I mean, she was very confident towards the end, and I was really happy with that. And if I were to get her, she would definitely be a fan favorite in the show ring. I spent a little bit of time with her afterwards, but now it was time to try the next horse. The next horse I tried, I can't find their papers or their ad that I originally had, but I was already suspicious when I got a text that they were already tacked up in the arena. So I just headed out there, and I was trying to check all my tack, and then the second I mounted, this horse was not happy. She was like backing up, and she was just like not having it at all, and I could tell she was uncomfortable, and I quickly noticed that she felt really uneven, unbalanced, and she was most likely lame. Most likely in her back leg. She started going forward when I didn't ask to, and then she threw a fit and reared up, and I instantly knew this horse is not healthy, and I quickly dismounted and politely handed it back to the owner. And I didn't want to be a huge Karen with it, but when it comes to an animal's health, I can't be nice about it. So yeah. Okay, so that was the end of today's video. The reveal vlog will most likely be a couple of weeks after I film them, so then I can give a bit of a progress video. And I'm really excited to see which horse I got. Well, I'm excited for you guys to see which horse I got. And leave your opinions on who you think I should buy. I'll most likely do a poll on my community page, just so then I can reach out to a bit more people. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Definitely a bummer for the last horse, and I still don't know what that whole situation was about. And yeah, next vlog will hopefully be the review vlog. So I will see you guys then. Bye!